we want to talk about what are the questions that we are asking. So again, if you remember, we talked a little bit earlier about how SCLN and the work group assisted us in determining what questions we wanted to understand to see that bigger picture of what is happening for individuals within our system on a daily basis. So we wanted to make sure that we captured the right questions in order to allow us to determine if we are going to approach that 50% by 2024. And it also allows us to determine what else is happening within our service system. So the 6 main questions that we have, number 1, is the individual in a competitive job? Number 2, are you supporting this individual in a group integrated job? Number 3, is the individual in facility-based work? Number 4, is the individual in self-employment? Number 5, are you providing the individual facility-based non-work services? And number 6, are you providing the individual community-based non-work services? So we really wanted to make sure that we captured the right questions. So with the help of the work group, we think we did that. So if you say yes to any of these main questions, then you will get the sub-questions. If you are not providing these services, then you will just select no, save and submit, and move on, which is really nice. So a lot of people want to know what are the definitions for each of these questions. So we have those available to you here. So let's go through the individual competitive job definition. So if an individual is going to be considered competitively employed, all of these criteria must be met. So the individual must be working on either a full-time or part-time basis. They cannot be PRN and they cannot be a seasonal worker. They either have to be full-time or part-time. The individual has to be making at least minimum wage. They have to be eligible for benefits, just like any other employee within that system. So if I am working 10 hours part-time and I'm not eligible for benefits, as long as anyone else that is part-time and working the same hours are not eligible for benefits, that is a criteria that must be met. They have to be the same across the board as other employees. The job must be considered integrated, and that means that the individual is interacting with people that do not have a disability to the same extent as possible. I'm working side by side with somebody who's considered non-disabled, and we're doing the same services and job duties, and that is considered integrated. If an individual is within a competitive job, this does not occur within a provider-owned business. If I am working within a provider-owned business, you're going to enter that information under group integrated employment. So what is group integrated employment? So if an individual is working as a team, generally at a single work site of a host community business or industry, and they're receiving training, supervision, and support by on-site staff, they are considered in a group integrated job. There are 3 different types of a group integrated job. We have Enclave, mobile work crew, and provider-owned business. So an enclave is where an individual is working in a self-contained unit within a company or service site in the community, or perform multiple jobs in the company, but they're not integrated with non-disabled employees of the company. Mobile work crews are where individuals are operating as distinct units and or self-contained businesses working in several locations within the community. An example of mobile work crew is where individuals are providing services for agencies and businesses in homes, such as lawn care. A provider-owned business is where an individual is working at a single community business or industry, and they could be working by themselves or with other people, where the Medicaid home and community-based waiver provider is also the employer. So they are not only providing the paycheck, but they're also providing the services. An example could be, I am a Medicaid provider and I own a bakery and I am providing employment supports to this person in the bakery and also paying for their wages. Facility-based work. This is where employment services are occurring in a setting where the majority of the employees have a disability. Activities occur in settings where continuous job-related supports and supervision are provided to all workers with disabilities, and this includes sheltered workshops, work activity centers, and extended employment programs. Self-employment. This is where an individual is operating their own business, and this can be with or without supports. Facility-based non-work. This is where services are located within a setting where the majority of participants have a disability, and this is in a building, and these services do not include paid employment for the individual. Community-based non-work. This is where services are focused on supporting people with disabilities within their community and doing activities in the community where most of the people do not have disabilities. And again, this does not include paid work, and the individual should not be paid wages while in this service. So within the dashboards, everybody has the advanced search, and this advanced search allows you to search for individuals and different criteria within the current reporting period or a previous reporting period. You only have the ability to search for individuals in your reporting county if you're a county board, or if you're a provider or ICF, you only see those that you have billed for or have been assigned. If I am a county board or if I am an ICF, if I search for somebody within this advanced search, I have the ability to assign from this section as well, which is really kind of neat. If you're searching for somebody and you're on the phone with a provider and they say, hey, I don't see so-and-so within my questionnaire queue, you can do an advanced search for that person and you can directly assign that person to that provider. You can search for one or multiple variables within this advanced search. You can search for DODD numbers, gender, a provider or facility name, a provider or facility number, the individual served first or last name, or the place on the path to community employment. So it's really kind of nice that you're able to search for any of those variables and it be pulled up and you get the information you need. The other really nice thing that we didn't have previously is you have the ability to export these results. So if you want to search for all the Smiths in your county because you want to make sure that a certain employee is going to enter that information, you can search that, you can export it to an Excel file, and you can give that information to that employee so they know who they will be required to enter data for. So now we're going to stop here and show you the dashboards.